Hey, Art Star's looking good tonight. How you doing? Today's video, we're going to be drawing Vaporeon from Pokemon. Can you guys see that okay? And if you want to join along, grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and let's go to the drawing board. Whenever you're drawing anything, it helps a lot if you break things down into their basic shapes. So today I'm going to be drawing Vaporeon for you from Pokemon, and I'm just going to start with an oval. And I don't know how well you can see this yet because it's a little bit light, but I love to draw light and loose. That helps me get everything roughed out. And from there, I can just start shaping out the features. And there's a point there, and it comes down a little bit on both sides. And I'll have the picture up here in the corner with us all the time so you can see it. So if you want to draw along, grab a pencil and a piece of paper and hop right in here. You can pause it anytime that you need to, if that'll help. And then that gives me the basic shape of Vaporeon's face. I'm just going to make a very light line in the center of the paper here, and that'll divide the two sides for me. So right at the bottom, I can see that I want his mouth, or is it her mouth? Isn't Vaporeon an evolution of Eevee? So that's a female, right? Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But I'm going to make two little U's, like two little smiley faces here. And now I can start drawing a little darker and put her tongue in right here. Okay, so I've got that. And the nose is just a little blip right above that. Now the eyes are wide, and they come over more on the side of the face. So I'm going to do the bottom first because I can see here how I can come up a little bit and shape those, oops, a little bit higher now. Shape those in on either side. And the nice thing about drawing nice and loose and light like this is that we can always go back and erase it. And have you ever noticed sometimes when you draw really dark that it's hard to erase it because you're pushing so much of that graphite down into your paper and it makes it hard to erase it out. So if I just shape it out like this, then I can just go in with an eraser, erase it out, super duper easy. By the way, if you guys want something really cool, get yourself one of these Mono Zero erasers from Tombow. You can get them on Amazon or at Hobby Lobby or at Michael's. They have this tiny little eraser on the top, and you can really get in to some small areas. You can erase out some of those rough spots. And then I don't like to use my hand to brush away my eraser bits because you can smear the paper. So what I like to do is once I've erased some of this junk and get it out of my way, just take a paintbrush, a clean, soft paintbrush, and just flick it out of your way. No muss, no fuss, okay? Okay. There, I just used my hand after I said I don't like to use my hand. But anyway, it happens sometimes. So I'm going to go up to the top of his head, her head, oh my gosh. And, I'm going to put this little line back in the middle here. And then I'm just going to make that little hump shape that goes across the head. And it comes down a little bit here toward the sides. And then I'm going to come out from where this eye ends, come out here a little bit to the edge of the face. We're going to put those big, beautiful fins in on the ears, I guess. And then I'm going to come down here, look at this. And I'm just going to shape in the little fins. Oops, that goes all the way around like this. Okay. How many of you have Vaporeon for your favorite Pokemon? Let me know down in the comments, and we'll see. Actually, I need to make that longer. We'll see which one gets the most votes. I bet a bunch of people do because I really like Vaporeon. Such a cool Pokemon. And there's another one too, kind of Lapras. Lapras? Yeah, I like Lapras too. I like anything like ocean or sea or anything because I'm a big fan of the Loch Ness Monster. And I love mythological creatures or creatures that there's no proof for. Not yet, anyway. And then I'm going to come over here on the other side. I'm going to do the same thing with that big fin. And try to get it the same as you can on both sides. That'll really help a lot. So I'm just going to come down here on this side, make a little imaginary line over here, and then I can come out and shape this one just like the first one. And then come back down. And what? Oh, okay, that should be a little more like that. Okay, and that I can just rough that in. So right now all we're doing is we're just roughing in all the shapes and everything. Now our Vaporeon also has this beautiful kind of collar that goes all the way around the head, kind of like a circle. And I'm just going to rough those in too. And then at the top of the head there's this big fin spike here. And it gets kind of pointy at the top. Look at this. And if you kind of imagine that it goes right behind its head, even though I'm drawing right over it, that helps make that line right. And then you can just kind of go around and make the little spiky parts of the fin. And then there's some lines that come right out and come toward the points on several of these. And you can see now how it's starting to look like something. Oh, let's give her some eyes too. She's got those big, beautiful white pupils in there. And then the underlie of them is going to be purple. Purple, if you color it. And I probably will because I love to color, especially Pokemon. They have such cool colors. And now we can go down and start shaping out the body. Now this is a little tricky because in a reference photo, the tail comes all the way in front of the body. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start shaping out the body. And if I come into about here, kind of make this little line in here, even though I'm going to take it out, I'm going to come down here and just make a gentle curve all the way down for feet. And come in a little bit and start where the belly or the breast of Vaporeon is going to be. And then I'm going to come down again and make the other foot. Okay, and this one, got these cute paws, almost like a cat's paw or a doggy paw. I'm just going to rough them in, and then the same with the other one as well. And bring this leg all the way down. Okay, I feel like this leg's too big, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in, I'm going to make it a little bit thinner. Okay, and then I can erase that. Again, the beauty of the eraser. Alright, now let me shape then these little toes here again. Oh, you got the cutest little toes. Don't people get funny when they talk about their animals like that? Okay. Just like I just did. Alright, so now we got Vaporeon's front legs in. And then I'm going to come over and I'm just going to kind of eyeball that where it comes out. And in this picture, she, okay, we'll say she, is sitting down. And then I'm going to make this line curve and sweep out like this. I'm going to draw right over top of everything because I'm going to erase it later. Then I'm going to come back over here. Nope, then I'm going to come back over here. And she's got this crest of this fin that goes all along the body, all the way down her back. And it just keeps coming around and around and around. Now, when we get down here, we're going to change it up a little bit. So right here, we're going to turn the fin, right where it meets her body. Okay. We're just going to make that fin keep going all the way along the length of the tail. Now, I've got a trivia question for you. Who can tell me how many Pokemon there are in total in the whole Pokédex? And that includes evolutions and everything. Leave me a note down in the comments. We'll see who gets it right. And whoever does wins $1 million of fake imaginary money, because I'm just a cartoon guy on YouTube. I don't have any money. Okay, let's go back up here and we're going to work on this tail a little bit more. So this is part of the tail. This line is part of the tail. We're going to bring it down and it's going to kind of meet here. Now you're going to kind of see it a little bit through a couple of these until it kind of gets hidden behind. And then we're going to come all the way back over to the body, but we're going to come out here. Okay, and it's kind of might look a little funky at first, but it's going to make sense when we finish the drawing. So now we're going to bring that line out, and as we get closer and follow along to the end of the tail, it gets more narrow, okay? Which, that's not more narrow, that's fatter. So let me fix that up a little bit. There we go. Now I can erase this line. I can erase the lines where it goes in front of the legs, because the tail's in front of everything. So you take these lines out, and then it looks like it's in front of the legs. La-da! Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now, at the end of the tail, it's got these big, beautiful fins. And wouldn't it be cool to like swim in the ocean with this? With Vaporeon? That would be so much fun. Like, you ever swim with dolphins in Florida? You ever see those videos or whatever where you can go to, I don't know, there's a couple of water parks down there that you can swim with dolphins. So in the Pokemon world, maybe you can swim with Vaporeon. And there she is. There's the rough draft of Vaporeon. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed this up for you, and I'm going to take a black pen and I'm going to go over all the lines I want to keep. All right, this will really make it more visible for you. And here's the nice thing, because when you do that, you don't draw the lines that you don't want. Does that make any sense? I think it does. And you do trace the lines that you want to keep. For example, I definitely want to keep a little mouth, but maybe I don't want to make that line go all the way up. Just a little cute smile line there, and maybe that one too. And then I can shape this out a little bit more the way I want, and put the little tongue in there. And if I don't want these lines to come all the way up, I'm just not going to draw them. And then that way I get a better, cleaner drawing the whole way out. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up. You can watch me, and then you can do it to yours. Well, there she is. Now, I still got some pencil lines there you can see, but I wanted you to be able to see some of the lines that I left and changed. That's what the beauty is of having that underdrawing. You can change the lines any way you want and just use the pencil as a guide. So now that I'm done with that, I'm just going to take an eraser. This is called a gum eraser, but don't chew it, it's disgusting. But it is kind of gummy. I guess that's why they call it a gum eraser. And once the ink's dry, I'm just going around and I'm erasing all those extra pencil lines that I don't want anymore. I hope that's dry enough. And you want to go easy. Hold your hand on the paper where you can control it a little bit. And once you get everything erased, we're just going to brush it off, sign our masterpiece, and enjoy it. Now you can either leave it at that point, or if you want to, you grab some color pencils or markers, even crayons, whatever it is you like to color with, and you can give her some color. Let me get around these eyes here. So now I can just brush that right off. And I'm brushing it off onto a piece of paper so I don't get the eraser shavings all over the place, because your wife or your parents or whoever, your roommate, might not want to walk through eraser shavings all over the floor. So always be a good artist and clean up your mess. Okay? There. Now I can look at it in just a couple little places to touch up. But that's pretty much it, guys. And I hope yours came out good if you took a chance and grabbed a pencil and drew along with us. If not, now's a good time to go get a pencil and some paper, play this video again, and draw it with me step by step. And if you did draw it, tell me in the comments how yours came out. Oh, and don't forget to sign your masterpiece. I'm going to sign it right. Nope, I'll sign it down here. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see more, please subscribe. If you don't, hey, it was nice spending a few minutes with you anyway. Have a good evening. God bless.